there really is a difficulty in kind of connecting with this heart, whether it's cultural conditioning, social conditioning of some kind. If I'm too much in my heart, I'm kind of dancing too close to being soft or being too feminine, or whatever the story is that I think a lot of people can kind of understand, sort of what I'm saying
Yeah.
there. And is there any kind of good advice on rethinking that, on sort of putting the shields down and understanding that, well, if you're living in your head, that's only going to get you so far, but it is okay to kind of explore that heart space more, especially if you're a leader, and unfortunately a lot of the time, especially if you're a man as well.
Yeah. Well, it's exactly not a rethinking.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a willingness to allow ourselves to be vulnerable, I guess. And of course, there's a lot of anxiety around being vulnerable, particularly for men around other men, because you never quite know if you're safe or not, or you probably assume you're not. Back to the back to the back to the hard drive again, and the key program is survival. So I've got to watch out for other men. I can't really trust them, and I've got to watch my back. But once we're into a connection in our hearts, then we can collaborate much better, and we trust much more. It's just a very short trip of moving our consciousness from our brains into our bodies, into our hearts. But this is very much the movement in the men's work, I would say. If you had to summarize it all, that's basically it. We've had generations, thousands of generations of being out there, doing killing the beasts, fighting the wars, doing all that stuff that's action orientated, on our own, out on being individual heroic path. And it's only now with the men's movement, which is bringing men together, emotionally connected, and working together towards common purpose. That's not really something which has been, which is easily traceable in history. It's not something. There's no war involved. There's no enemy, other than the enemy is within my own shadow. I work with my own shadow, and I work my own path. So the inner, it's we call it beyond the hero. The hero story is obviously the most popular men's story, out there fighting the good fight, winning the princess and getting the castle and all that. But that's really where I could say with my career, I made reasonable amount of money fairly early in my life, but it didn't really satisfy me. I had a nice house and family and beautiful princess and a business which was generating a lot of money, but it didn't really satisfy me. There had to be more. There had to be meaning. This couldn't be the meaning. There had to be more. So that's the spirit with which a lot of men arrive with the men's work, trying to find themselves, trying to find their confidence. And a lot of that is, of course, what we've inherited from our fathers and our fathers' fathers' fathers and way back through the generations. Yeah.